by a show of hands, how many of you use cotton swabs to clean your ears? So I used to be like you. I used to use cotton swabs to clean my ears until my girlfriend taught me about the real dangers of using them. So she's a speech pathology major at Marquette University. So she learns all about the ear and how bad cotton swabs are. So one of the things that cotton swabs do is they increase the buildup in your ear of earwax. So your ear naturally produces earwax, which is a good defense mechanism, but too much can cause hearing problems. Most people, the most common method for cleaning your ears is using cotton swabs, but people don't realize that it doesn't actually work. And what you will eventually learn is that the only way to really clean your ears is to either go to your doctor and have them cleaned directly by them, or go to a pharmacy and get an at-home kit that you can use to flush them out. So most people don't know that earwax buildup can cause problems for their ears. According to Jacob Erkin et al., earwax-related problems occur at a rate of 39.3 per 1,000 primary care visits. So that's a rate of about 4% of people going to the doctor for other problems, and the doctor tells them that they actually have buildups and they're having problems with their ears. That same study, or that same paper referenced a study that was done in England that showed that 1/8 of the people that went to their primary care doctor had problems with their ears, so that's closer to 12%. The reason that you get buildup is because your ear canal is longer than what actually needs to be protected by wax. So you get your wax buildup in here. Here's your inner ear, and then this is your outside where you would be attempting to clean them from. So earwax, you actually need some in your ear. It serves a protective purpose, but when you have a buildup and you get too much earwax in your ear, it can cause hearing problems, and it can keep doctors from being able to diagnose any problems with your ears. So it obstructs their view in. So while it is important to clean your ears, many people do so incorrectly. So according to Hobson and Levy, 171 out of 325 people that responded to a survey at an ENT practice said that they use cotton swabs to clean their ears. So that's just a little bit over 50% of the people that responded said they do use cotton swabs in their ears. And 20% of those same respondents disagreed with statements about cotton swabs being able to cause infection, wax impaction, or perforations in your tympanic membrane. So here you see a picture of, or a diagram of someone using a cotton swab in their ear. The reason that it's so dangerous is because compared to the actual size of the cotton swab, your ear canal is very short, so it's easy for you to push too far and rupture your tympanic membrane. And what the cotton swabs actually do is they'll get a little bit of the wax that builds up towards the end, but they push the rest of it back towards your tympanic membrane. So that not only adds pressure to the inside of your ear, but you can also perforate it. Now this is a warning label that is from a Q-tips box. All the major cotton swab brands are going to have these kind of warnings on their labels. For example, Johnson & Johnson on their cotton swabs, they put a warning that says never insert a cotton bud into the inner ear or nose, keep out of children's reach, improper use can cause injury. Or Morrison's, which is another popular cotton swab brand, says do not place in the ear canal or the nose. So all these warnings say pretty much the same thing, with the common theme being don't put them in your ears. The point of these warnings is to protect these companies from liability, because they know what cotton swabs are supposed to be used for, and that the improper use, which would be putting them in your ears, is bad, but they know that that's what people still use them for. So they put these warnings on there more to protect themselves than to protect you. So at this point, I've talked about the earwax in your ear, and I've talked about how people are improperly cleaning their ears with Q-tips. So the obvious question would be, well, how do you actually clean them? Now, according to Deborah Weatherspoon, who is an ENT that works for Healthline, the safest method for cleaning your ears is to get them cleaned by your doctor. So one of the reasons for this is because they have special instruments, which is what's pictured here. That's called a cerumen spoon. So what it does is the doctor knows basically how far to put it in your ear, and they sort of twist it around and get some of the excess wax if you have wax buildup in your ear. So this is a lot safer than you just using a Q-tip. This is an actual medical instrument. They also have other things like little irrigation systems that they can use to flush out your ear. But if you don't want to go to the doctor and go through all the trouble of getting an exam there are also at-home kits that you can use to clean your ears safely. So pictured here is one of the kits. There's a little squirt bottle to flush out your ear, and most of them come with little ear drops too that help soften up the wax. So the kit is generally done that way. You put the eardrops in your ear, it softens up your earwax, and then you flush it out. But improper use of these kind of kits can be just as dangerous as using cotton swabs. So the most important part of using these kits to clean your ears is to follow the instructions on the box and make sure you're using it correctly so you're not causing more damage than you would have with just a buildup. So this use of safer options will allow for clean ears and to prevent unnecessary damage from your ears. Now, in conclusion, earwax buildup can cause various hearing problems. The majority of people use cotton swabs to try to prevent this, when in reality it actually makes the problem worse and is very potentially dangerous for your ears. The proper ways to actually clean your ears are by either visiting a doctor, specifically an ENT or a specialist in the area, or use one of these at-home kits to clean out your ears. I implore all of you to be checked out by an ENT, as in reality that's going to be the safest way for you all to clean your ears and make sure you don't have any hearing problems. But if you're unwilling to do that, I encourage you all to at least get your own at-home kit and clean out your ears for yourselves.
Yeah.